We're in entrepreneurship today, and we have some pretty good ones here. So let's see. Program Express 2918 says, how do graphic designers get jobs? I don't get it. I can't land a job. Only things I land are small paid gigs for freelance clients. Hello, everyone. I've tried tailoring my resume, my cover letter, even my portfolio. I thoroughly look at the company and what they do and feel excited to work there, then go into lengths and breadths to make sure I send them something worth their time. Crickets. I've asked my fellow creatives how to land a job, and no one wants to tell because of competition. I'm not sure if that's the case, but they probably just don't know. I just don't know if I'll ever get anything at this point. And no, it's not the job market. I see people being hired every single day. What is it I need to do to get a job? Sell my soul? Someone hire me already. I can do the work. But nobody gives me a chance. This is your world, my friend.
This is my world.
This used to be my world, not anymore. Go ahead.
So, I don't think we have hired a graphic designer in the last 5 years without first using them as a freelancer.
To see if they're any good.
Correct. Right. Because it minimizes, and with how many freelancers there's out there in the graphic design world,
okay,
it is way cheaper for us to freelance them for 6 to 8 gigs. It lets us see how they are to work with, how they communicate.
I was just going to say, so let's break down what you're looking for.
Yeah.
Right. So break down the individual pieces of what you're looking for. You said, okay, you said how they communicate.
How they communicate.
So explain that.
So communicating from someone using words that translate to a visual.
It sounds funny, but it's true.
Not everybody's good at it, right? Like, so if I call a graphic designer and I go, this design just needs a little more oomph, right? Or it needs a little more wow. I can't translate oomph or wow to you.
I hate when people say that.
Correct, right? But that is what graphic designers do, right? Because it's the same thing with programmers, right? You have to translate from the average human being to what they really mean. And some designers just have it and some don't. Like we can send something to someone and say, hey, we need a different version of this. It just needs more pop. And we get it back and we're like, they nailed it, right? And then we send it to someone else and they send us something back and we go, what the hell is this, right? So that's one way we test before we hire graphic designers is we literally bounce back freelance project to them to see how they are to work with communication.
Okay, what's next?
How they translate words. Next is the quality that they deliver.
Okay, what are you looking for there?
We're looking for, do we have to go and fix their files? Do they understand what they're delivering to us, how they're delivering it? Like, what do they like to work in? What don't they like to work in? Where are their strengths? Where are their weaknesses? That's a big one for us because someone can be really, really, really good at packaging and flyer design and absolutely horrendous with
web design or something,
logos or flyer design, right? Because they sound like they should be the same, but they're not, right? So then we look at do we have enough of this type of work to even justify hiring for a position that is really good at only this,
right?
And then once we establish what the designer is good at, we throw them a couple of other projects to see are they just as good as doing digital graphics as they are doing brochures or business cards. And a lot of times we find out that their strength is really limited to certain things. Like most designers that I know that are phenomenal at logo design are really bad at flyers.
Really?
It's a weird.
I can see that.
Right?
I used to see the trend where the print material designers, it was originally the print material designers were trying to design websites. Yeah, and it was terrible.
It's terrible.
But no one knew because that's all that was doing it. And then once people started realizing that the web design was completely independent from print design, you started seeing web designers come around. And they were really good at making the web because it's all UI and such.
Correct.
And then the two of them they never came back.
Yeah.
You very rarely see someone that can do both.
That can do both well.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They can do both well.
Yeah. It's incredibly rare. So yeah, and most companies that I know kind of do it in a similar way, where they try to find local freelancers, give them a few projects, see how they do before they even offer them a job. Even if they're advertising for the job, I don't really know, other than like, the big conglomerates like J&J and all those. Yes, they will hire someone without doing it. But if you're looking at like agencies, stuff like that, they're normally looking for a very specific type of designer that can do something very specific. So if your portfolio doesn't match what they're looking for, they're probably never going to bring you in, because it's like an unwritten understanding in our industry that you're really good within a limited skill set of the graphic design world.
Yeah. And
so,
all right. Anything else that you look for in particular?
Attitude.
Okay.
That's
what kind of attitude are you looking for? Now this changes by company, of course, but
correct. So we look for, like, one of the designers that I hired, we sent him a project and he sent us something back and it was good enough. Right. And then, without being asked, the next day he's like, hey, I did a different version just because I wanted to show you what else was available.
See that?
Right.
I like that.
He sent his version and we were like, his version is way better than what we asked for.
Yeah.
Right. So we paid him for the second version, because I'm a believer in, if you do the work, you get paid for it. And it, our deliverable, we took it to the client. No modifications needed to the design, was accepted as is. Right. So we found out that with him, for example, the less information we gave him about the project, the better output we got from him.
Sure.
The more we tried to tell him what we wanted, the worse it became.
Let the creative be creative.
Correct. And then we had another freelancer that we had, and we literally had to spoon feed him everything. Right. So one was definitely in, the other one was out. But so, and we felt like the second guy that he wasn't really even trying, right? Like, it was just a job.
Mm.
And for the first one, it was more of a, like, this is what I love doing. And so that's what I mean by attitude, is like, are you doing it just because it's a job and you enjoy it? Or are you doing it because, like, it's a passion, like you want to make cool things?
Yeah.
Like, my brother-in-law is a graphic designer. He started in the print world. And then I ended up hiring him when they let him go. Some issues. So I hired him, and he was horrendous for me, right? Like, because I needed him to do a completely different type of design. It took me like 4 months to get him to a point where he started enjoying doing graphic design again.
Wow.
Because his previous job with a printing press was a lot of just like layout. And correct.
Yeah, they beat the hell out
So
of
it took me 4 months to get his like creative juices flowing again. And like, it was rough. Even my wife will tell you that, like, it was rough, right? But then when he finally found that spark again that he had in his original portfolio when he graduated, all of a sudden he started doing much better work. And I'm like, this is how you should approach every project, right? And then a few months later, he ended up getting a job with another friend of ours. And it was all good.
Yeah.
Like, I knew it was a temporary hire. But he ended up taking a job with a company that designs the inside of supermarkets.
Oh, cool.
So, when you walk in and you see like fish and meat and bread and all that. So they design and manufacture everything for inside of supermarkets. And he's done some really cool stuff.
That's pretty neat.
Like, if you ever see, if you look up photos of DMX's funeral, he designed all that stuff.
Oh, wow.
The decals on the casket, his, like, everything.
That's sad and cool. At the same time.
I know. Like,
that was a sad loss.
Yeah.
All right. So let's look at some of these comments here. So this guy says, in the AI era, this field has become a side hobby. What do you think about that?
So it's not that it's a side hobby, but it's the fact that the requirements needed for a graphic designer have dwindled, right? So I'll give you an example. Once again, someone it started as a joke that we were like, I hated his logo. And he was like, I don't really like my logo either. He's like, I did it in one of those freebie things.
Yeah.
So I literally started using AI to come up with different logo concepts. And we finally found a design. He's like, I think this is the direction we're going, right? So now it had taken me using AI 30 minutes to get to the right direction and get close to a logo that he liked.
Okay.
Previously, that could have been 5 hours of graphic design
Sure.
time, right? Or a full day of graphic design time. Same thing when it came to website layout, website ideas. We're able to use AI to generate a lot of the base ideas, and then we just need a graphic designer to fine tune them.
Gotcha.
So yes, it's still not a.
It's a tool. It doesn't solve the problem. It's a tool to help, right?
Correct. So a lot of the preemptive work that we needed designers for, like creating drafts and rough layouts, we don't need them for that anymore. You're now basically just doing a final deliverable. Like we already have ideas.
Right. But that still lends some credence to that you'll need less graphic designers then, because
That's correct.
You won't need as much time from the ones that you do have, so you need fewer of them.
And they are getting better.
And they are getting better
by the day.
Yeah.
We have an entire ad campaign running right now where a graphic designer didn't have to touch a graphic other than resize
when you say
it.
they are getting better, you mean the AI?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I'm aware of that.
Like we have an entire marketing campaign going right now. Actually, so the graphic designer was needed for two things. He had to resize the graphics that we pulled out of AI. And there was one that we had to recreate where we went and bought a stock photo, and all he had to do was crop it to size and add the wording.
Wow.
I could have had my office assistant basically do it.
Yeah.
Right.
The next comment here says that companies don't look anymore. Look for something else before it's too late. This is coming from a designer or myself.
Yeah, it's so. I always think of this back in so my first web developer that I ever hired, right? That was like the first guy that I worked with, used to run a printing press, and this is back in like the early 2000s. And I remember me and him were having a conversation. I asked him, like, how did you get into like web development out of everything? And he's like, well, I was a printer, right? He was like, I was like designer/printer. And he's like, I saw it coming.
Yeah.
He's like, I knew this printing press was probably not going to be around in 10 years. He's like, so I needed something different to do. And he's like, the web was taking over. So I'm like, the web will probably last my lifetime, right? Just like the printing lasted my dad's lifetime. So he's like, I decided to get into that because I saw there was a future there, right? Doesn't mean that there aren't still people in the print industry today. There's just a lot fewer of them. And graphic designers are unfortunately headed that way, right? That you're going to get left with the really good ones, and anybody that's mediocre or below will not have a job. They're going to work for I hate to say it, but like a Minuteman press, laying basic things out because they make more money off the print than the design.
Yeah.
Right? Like 10 years ago, Minuteman Press didn't charge for graphic design.
So to this person, right? The Program Express 2918, what do you recommend? Like, what would you say in today's day and age, knowing kind of where things are going?
Go freelance. Make sure that you are good enough. Build relationships, not with other designers, but build relationships with people that use graphic designers, and get honest feedback on your work.
Yeah.
Right? Like, because once again, we're unfortunately in an era right now where if you aren't good enough, they're not going to hire you. Because if you're not doing better work than what I can pull out of an AI, then why should I pay you?
Yeah, that's
That's
true.
the reality.
It's very true. So I like that idea though. Go get honest feedback from people. And I hate to say it, you might not be as good as you think you are.
Nope.
And that's a reality.
Most graphic designers aren't.
That's just a reality. Yeah, they're really not. They think they're great, and they're sometimes just not.
I love when people send me an email looking for work and they include their portfolio. And I click on that link and I go, you probably should have just sent me the email.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
I've seen that as well. So, all right, Program Express, good luck to you.
It's not undoable, right?
It's not.
If he's good enough, you will get a job eventually. You just got to work your way into it.
I think you're right. Within 10 years, if not sooner, there's going to be a less and less, fewer and fewer need, less and less need for fewer and fewer graphic designers.
There's a reason companies like Canva have had massive subscriber like they're growing rapidly, right?
Yep.
And the next one they're coming after is going to be short format video producers.
Is that right?
Oh yeah. It's there already, right? It's just a matter of like talking head videos, explainer videos, training videos. We even have a guy that's my water treatment guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was on the phone with him yesterday and he goes, "Hey, I set up this cool AI." And he's like, "I typed in the explanations for what the water system does. And it's like a avatar that pretty much looks exactly like me." And he sends me the video. And I've only seen the guy once. And I'm like, if I didn't know this was AI, you could have told me that you recorded this video.
That's so cool.
It's, the only thing is like, it's very emotionless.
Yeah.
That's the only telltale sign, right? But even that is getting better.
Oh yeah.
Like, so yeah, there's a lot of stuff.
It's scary.
Well,
it really is.
We always said like that AI would come for creatives first, right? Like, but it didn't come from for the creatives we thought it was going to come for. It came for the copywriters. It came for the editors. It came for, now it's moving into coming for the people we thought it was coming for, the graphic designers, the videographers, like the creatives as we think of traditional creatives. But yeah, unfortunately the comment about AI,
it's legit.
It's not going to make it obsolete, but it's like entry-level programming.
Yeah.
Right? Like the bar for entry-level programming has been raised.
Yep.
Right? It's the bottom 10% no longer have a job. Right? Like the new entry level is what the entry level
is, like, what mid-level used to be.
Correct.
It really is.
Yes.
I know hiring developers to this day. In fact, we just had another interview today. I know, man. I know what it's like. All right. So again, good luck to you, Program Express. I do wish you the best.
Remember that if you have questions or comments, please drop them below and we will prioritize actually answering the questions on these videos.